The cell. Cell. You might have seen the construction of a building. Each building is made up of many bricks and each brick represents the unit of a house. In the same way, the living things are made up of numerous biological units. Each unit is called the cell. Cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of all living organisms. The cell is also a basic unit of biological hierarchy, which includes cell, tissue, organ, organ system, organism. On the basis of cellular structure, organisms are of two types. 1. Unicellular organisms. Some organisms are made up of a single cell. They can be observed only with the help of microscope. Therefore, they are called microscopic organisms. Example: amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas, bacteria, etc. 2. Multicellular organisms. There are numerous cells which are present in the living body and different cells perform the life activities in a coordinated manner. Such organisms are called multicellular organisms. Example: cat, man, trees, etc. Discovery of cell. Robert Hooke, 1665, first discovered a thin section of cork under the compound microscope and found that the bottle cork was made up of many small empty boxes or cavities surrounded by definite walls. He named these honeycomb structures as cell. Perkine, 1839, first proposed the term protoplasm for the jelly-like living substance of the cell. Robert Brown, 1831, observed a spherical body in the cell called nucleus. Colliker, 1862, proposed the term cytoplasm to the living material surrounding the nucleus. Cell theory. The cell theory was jointly put forth by two German scientists, Schleiden and Schwann, 1839. This theory states that 1. Every living organism is made up of one cell or many cells. 2. A cell is the structural and functional unit of a living organism. 3. New cells arise by the division of pre-existing cells. Cell shape. Cells are of various shapes, which may be spherical, oval, elongated, or columnar. Amoeba is irregular in shape and it keeps on changing its shape. Chlamydomonas is pear-shaped. Know this: Robert Hooke coined the term cells. In Latin, it means small room. Latin word for cell is cellula. Cell size. The size of cells varies in different organisms. The smallest cells are of mycoplasma, 0.0001 millimeter, while the largest animal cell is of ostrich's egg, measures about 170 by 135 millimeter. The smallest cell of human body is blood platelet, 0.002 to 0.003 millimeter, while the largest sized cell is nerve cell, about 1 meter. In plants, the largest cell is of green algae. Acetabularia measures about 6 to 10 centimeters. Mycoplasma are small, free-living particles with characteristics of both bacteria and viruses. Types of cells. Cells are of two types. 1. Prokaryotic cells. These are the most primitive cells. They lack true nucleus and nuclear membrane. Example: bacteria, blue-green algae. 2. Eukaryotic cells. These are the cells with true nucleus. Nucleus is always enclosed by nuclear membrane. Example: fungi, plants, and animals. Activity. Take an onion, peel out its inner thin membrane with the fleshy leaf, and cut it into several small pieces. With the help of forceps, put this in the petri dish containing water. Transfer it to another petri dish containing safranin for 1 to 2 minutes. Finally, transfer this thin slice to a slide containing a drop of glycerin and cover it with cover slip. Observe this under a microscope. Structure of plant and animal cell. The activities of life processes take place in the cells. A typical cell consists of these parts. 1. Cell membrane. 2. Cytoplasm. 3. Nucleus. Cell membrane or plasma membrane. It is a thin, transparent and flexible living membrane which forms the outer boundary of the cell. It surrounds the protoplasm. Cytoplasm and nucleus together constitute the protoplasm, and it is composed of lipids, fatty molecules and proteins. Functions. 1. It is semi-permeable membrane. That is, permits only those substances to pass through that are needed by the cytoplasm. 2. It protects the cell. 3. It gives definite shape to the cell. Cell wall. In plant cells, an additional wall called cell wall is present which surrounds the cell membrane. It is a non-living layer made up of cellulose. Cell wall gives shape and rigidity to the cell and protects the protoplasm. Cytoplasm. It is the part of the protoplasm present between the plasma membrane and nucleus. It is a colorless and transparent fluid inside the cell membrane. All the vital functions of life take place in the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm contains many tiny structures called cell organelles. Cell organelles. The main cell organelles present in the cytoplasm are mitochondria. They may be spherical, oval, or rod-shaped. They are present in animal as well as plant cells and are responsible for the synthesis and storage of energy released by the oxidation of food. They are also called powerhouse of the cell. The mitochondria are bounded by a double-layer membrane. The inner membrane is infolded to form many projections, which are called cristae. Inside the mitochondria, there is a hollow cavity called mitochondrial chamber. Functions. Their function is to generate and store energy. Golgi body. They occur near the nucleus of the cell and consists of stacks of thread-like thin membranes of variable shapes and sizes. Functions. They are involved in the cell secretion. Plastids. They occur only in plant cells and are of different colors. Plants use them for storage and manufacturing of food material. They are of 3 types. 1. Chloroplasts. They are green chlorophyll pigments which are mainly found in the leaves and green part of the stem. It helps in the synthesis of food through the process of photosynthesis. They are also called kitchen of the cell. 2. Leucoplasts. They are colorless plastids and found in the storage organs, example, potato, onion. 3. Chromoplasts. These are colored plastids other than green plastids. The color of the flowers and fruits are due to chromoplast. Functions of plastids. Their main function is to manufacture and storage of food. Endoplasmic reticulum. These are interconnected hollow canals found between nucleus and cell wall. The walls of endoplasmic reticulum may be smooth or rough. Functions. They help in transporting the material through cytoplasm. Rough-surfaced endoplasmic reticulum is involved in protein synthesis. Vacuole. These are balloons-like empty structures which are present mostly in plant cells. They contain dissolved materials like sugar, salt, and organic acids. The fluid is called cell sap. These are temporary, small-sized in animal cells, while plant cells has a permanent, single large central vacuole and surrounded by a living semi-permeable membrane called tonoplast. Functions. They act like reservoirs of secretory and excretory materials and help in water storage within the cells. Centrosome. They are star-shaped bodies present in pairs near the nucleus and are found only in animal cells. Each consists of two dot-like bodies called centrioles. Functions. They help in cell division. Ribosome. The rough-surfaced endoplasmic reticulum contains some granular structures which are spherical in shape called ribosomes. Functions. Their main function is protein synthesis in the cell. Lysosome. They occur only in animal cells and have sac-like structures. They contain some digestive enzymes. Functions. Lysosomes provide defense against bacteria and viruses and also help in digestion. So they are called digestive bags. Nucleus. In the cell, there is a spherical body called nucleus, which is the most important and acts as the director. Nucleus controls all the vital activities of the cell. A cell without nucleus is considered to be dead and is not capable of growth and cell division. It consists of these parts. 1. Nuclear membrane. The membrane which separates the nucleus from cytoplasm. It has certain pores, which allows the exchange of materials between nucleus and cytoplasm. 2. Nucleoplasm. It is the transparent fluid filled inside the nucleus. 3. Nucleolus. Small spherical, naked, without membrane structures found inside the nucleus. It contains ribonucleic acid, RNA. 4. Chromosomes. They are thread-like structures and consist of deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, and proteins. They bear genes that carry and transfer hereditary characters from one generation to the next. Functions of nucleus. Nucleus is the controlling center of the cell. It contains hereditary material called genes. Genes transfer the characters from one generation to the next. Nucleus also plays a significant role in growth and cell division. Cell division and growth. As you know, the living beings reproduce their offspring and also grow in size. It is one of the most important characteristic features of living beings. Plants and animals grow in size with the increase in number and size of the cells. Increase in cell number occurs by cell division. Each cell, when matures, divides into two cells called daughter cells, which are identical to mother cells. The nucleus and cytoplasm both divide into two daughter cells, which increase in size and again divide. Cells are divided for reproduction, growth, repair, and replacement of cells. For reproduction. In unicellular organisms, cells divided by binary fission to form new daughter cell. The daughter cells grow to their full size and then divide again. For repair and replacement of cell. Almost all cells of all living organisms have a limited lifespan. After that, they die. So, after some time, old cells are replaced with new cells. The process of cell division helps to replace dead and worn-out cells. For growth, when cells divided, the body size increases because, as the number of cells increases, the organism grows. For example, a seedling grows into big plant. A baby grows into child and then into an adult. Know this: cell division is important and necessary for reproduction, growth, repair, and